So, a couple of days with the Fatboy, and you're probably thinking, oh, he's making another video. Yeah, I am. I love making videos. Here's a couple of things that I noticed about the Fatboy bikes, right? Now, I just brought this a few days ago, did a maiden trip the other day and put a video up and all the rest of it, but there's a couple of things I want to just share with you, right? If you're buying an e-bike, whether it's this one or another one, another brand, doesn't really matter. I'll specifically talk about the Fatboy, the Harlem that I brought, because it's probably easier. But what you do is when you get this particular model, you've probably seen their, you can see it on their website and their YouTube channel. This is dismantled, right? And you put that together and set it all up and whatnot. The battery and everything's already in there with a heap of charge. The tires need a bit of pumping, but what I did from start to finish, just to go over the bike, I put this on, but today I thought, look, I've got to make a few adjustments because I wasn't 100% in alignment with this. When I say alignment, that this is in direct alignment with the forks, okay, directly parallel. So what I did, I just went over the hex nuts or the hex bolts, as you can see here on the gooseneck, if you're familiar with push bike terms. So I loosened it and I just adjusted it a smidgen, and it's all pretty much lines up pretty straight. Now, what I noticed too is I hadn't tightened up the bolts originally all the way, so it was good that I went over the bike and tightened everything up. And also the way this control panel was, it was just, you know, you tilt it forward, which it does, but I kept bumping into it, right? So with me fat guts, so what I did, I just loosened these bolts and tilted it up and pushed the whole thing back a bit, so I don't have to bump into it when I jump on the bike. Now, one thing I do with push bikes, motorbikes, cars, whatever, I always accessorize, right? First thing I do is I put a mount for a camera, like a GoPro or action camera. So I set this one up. I'll probably do a few more rides and trips with this particular bracket, and also on the top box I put one of these GoPro mounts as well, so you can put a rear facing camera if you want, or a 360 Insta, whatever you want. And this is a great surface for that too, so if you want to get some different shots. But the bike's really good, and even after a first trip, it sort of really feels a lot better actually, because when I first got it, I was a bit concerned about the front forks. They were a bit squeaky and whatnot, because you know, coming off a motorbike and going onto these forks, they were a little bit like a bit cheapy, you know. And also, everyone keeps talking about hydraulic brakes, that they got hydraulic. I thought, nah, man, they're just cables, but they're not. They've actually got a oil reservoir. If you have a look under there, they are actually hydraulic brakes. It says oil there. I don't know if you can see it. They're very small. And I thought, wow, they are. And after the first trip, the pads seemed to bed it in a lot better, so the brakes stop a fair bit better. I just adjusted the handlebars to suit me. And again, the 203mm disc at the front, and I believe it's the same at the back. So the Bafang motor is a 1500 watt beast. So you can unlock these, which you can only use on private property, of course. So I won't go into detail there, but let me tell you, I have tried it, and it's a totally different thing, I got to say. Now, these rear shocks are really good because they've got the preload adjustment, and they've also got, it looks like an air valve actually, so that you can also add a bit of air to it. So they've actually softened up a bit, which is great. And overall, it's going good. It's really good. Takes me to places that you know, I don't normally get to. So just come to a local park just to give it a bit of a burl off-road, and yeah, I love it. There's two modes of the way you ride the bike. I keep saying that even on the last video, and I kept getting cut off. Riding, you can see on the control there, if you see the one there, basically what it is, you can actually increase that up to 9 stops, which basically, as you're pedaling, it assists you, right? So 5 is heaps, right? And you've also got your Shimano gear lever as well, so you can adjust the gears to help you. But 5 is more than adequate. You can always go up to 9, so you've got that extra oomph. Now the other mode you can ride in is you've got a quarter or half accelerator, which when you press the override, it's like an override button there. Then you can use the bike like a scooter or a motorbike. You know, that's pretty much in private property, I guess. But yeah, it's really it's cool. And there's your running light. Now as it gets darker, the lights will come on. You can override that and operate the lights manually, but I'm happy with the way it is. That's fine. It's and the tyres, they're like an adventure tyre on a motorbike. You know, they're really good. They're chunky, and even on the parks here, on the gravel, they seem to work. They work a treat. So, you know, they're just a couple of things that are just worth mentioning when you get your bike and you put it together. After your first ride, it's probably not a bad idea to go over the bike and just make sure everything's still tightened up and safe. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you're looking for an e-bike, your first e-bike, especially for people like me, I'm just clicked over 60, and you know, like I've said in the other video, a few knocks and injuries, and this seems to be a really good investment. You can get out, whereas before you're sort of stuck. You couldn't walk far, or you couldn't go to places. Whereas this is a cross between, I guess it's a mobility scooter, motorbike, you know, e-bike, whatever you want to call it. It's all of the above. And as I said on my previous video, I like the Harlem. I chose it because you can step into it like a scooter, a lot easier than getting a normal bike. Yeah. So yeah. So if you got any questions, just drop them below, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.